Good morning, everyone. Let's take a couple deep breaths as we center ourselves. Let's expand our solar plexus energy. Make it as big as you in all directions. Now make it 6 feet bigger in you in all directions. Good job. Now you're inside your beautiful bubble. And how you doing this morning? How's your body? Yeah, the bodies are going to be feeling different. They're definitely going to be better some days and not so good at others. But that's a process of growth that we're going through. That is a process because you're changing every day. And that's a process that your body, your cells are changing because we're going through a huge transformation right now at all levels of our beings, including and most importantly, the physical. Now, let's talk about the 2025 list that we have. Like we said the other day, review that list. Make sure that you still want, you still like the things that you wrote down. If you don't, if you change your mind, it's okay. Go ahead and change it. You can change your mind anytime you want to, change your list anytime you want to. But make sure it is something that you do truly want. And by now, more than likely, you are more aware of what you don't like than what you want, than what you like. We know, oh, I don't want this anymore. I already had it, experienced it. No longer do I want it again. Oh, I don't want this type of relationship anymore. I don't want this type of boyfriend or girlfriend anymore because you already had it. You already experienced it. So, what you dislike, what you no longer want, doesn't have to be something that you hate. Okay? Make sure that you don't have strong emotions for that which you do not like. Because everything that shows up in your life is due to your feelings, emotions, or judgments. Therefore, whatever you don't want, you don't like anymore, make sure you don't have any emotions to it. If you have something you don't like, just acknowledge it. Acknowledge that it doesn't resonate with you. Otherwise, what's going to happen? You're going to attract it more and you're going to manifest it and actualize it faster than the things that you do want. Why? Because you're putting so much emotions to it, so much feelings, emotions, and judgments to it. That's how we create with feelings, emotions, and judgments. Instead of using those feelings, emotions, and judgments on something you don't like, you don't want, do it for something that you do like, you do want experience. And be in gratitude for the things that showed up that you don't like anymore. Give it gratitude because that thing showed up and now you know you don't like it. It's helping you learn what you would really like. It's one more thing you don't have to worry about because you already experienced it. So now that thing that you don't like is helping you put your attention to things that are more vibrationally compatible with you. And it's helping you to create the future you truly want. How about that? Mm-hmm. And As you look at your 2025 list, ask yourself, do I really want this? If somehow or other you already had it, you already experienced it, and found lacking or not wanting or not um, that you no longer want to have it, give it thanks, give it gratitude for showing you that you no longer want it. So for the 2025 list that you have, I want you to review it. You should know it like the back of your hand by now. And if everything on that list is still things that you want to experience, you want to have, let's go ahead and look at it. Give it thanks for existing. Give it thanks for showing up in your life because you know it's already there. You just got to actualize it. Celebrate that you are on your way to getting it. And the journey that you're taking to actualize that. Make sure it's filled with joy. Because it's not about the end result, it's about the journey. What did you learn as you were working towards that? Think about you being 20, 40 years from now, and you're telling stories to your grandchildren. What story will you tell them that took place as you were getting that thing that you got, that you wanted? You can have anything, but you need to make sure to activate, engage your feelings, your emotions, your judgments for that thing that you want. That's why it is that we actualize things we don't want more than we actualize things we do want. Because we put so much feelings, emotions, and judgments for that thing we don't want to show up. And inevitably shows up. So let's do the same thing for the things we don't want. I'm sorry, for things we do want. Like you can say to yourself, I like money. I've had money in the past, and I would like to have it again. And then feel yourself being surrounded by money. You are in the middle, and money is all around you. Money is raining from the top. It's blowing from the sides. It's growing from the ground. It's coming from the front and the back. How does it feel when this image came to your head? Were you comfortable? Were you uncomfortable? Now you got to look into the feelings, emotions, and judgments of that. See, I was in a golden chair with red velvet, drinking champagne as money is swirling around my chair and raining money from the top and coming and swishing by from the front and the back. Money all over the place. And I'm drinking champagne, enjoying it, watching it. I'm not trying to grab it. I'm just watching it and enjoy being with money. What about you? What was your take on that? There you go. See? And that's what you have to do with every item on your list. You take the first one and then you say, you have it. You like it. You had it because you probably had it sometime in the past. Maybe not this lifetime, but maybe another other lifetimes. Don't forget, you've lived over 2,100 lifetimes here. And during that time, you've been everything. So chances are that you already had it. So you've had it in the past and you like to have it again this time. And then just be yourself with that thing or that one that you're looking to manifest, actualize. And sense the feelings, emotions, and judgments. If you perhaps, let's assume that you are trying to actualize an enjoyable other. If you don't feel comfortable talking to that other person, to your enjoyable other, ask yourself why not. Ask yourself what will happen if you were to be comfortable with that person. And then keep digging down as to whatever the answer is. Like, for example, I want to find an enjoyable other. I'm not comfortable with the one that showed up next to me. Why not? He's too polished. And what will happen if he's too polished for you? I'm not good enough. See what I mean? So why are you not good enough to be with somebody like that? You continue down the rabbit hole, digging into it. Or I want a house. Okay, so go into the house that you're looking at. Are you inside the house or are you outside the house? And what do you feel as you're there? Oh, I feel that I'm outside the house and I feel all I can do is look at it, but I can never live in it. What will happen if you were to live in it? I cannot pay the bill. I cannot pay the mortgage. I don't qualify for the mortgage. So what do you need to do in order to qualify for the mortgage, to meet the mortgage requirements? I need to get a better pay job. So what's stopping you from getting a better paying job? I don't have the education. So what would it take for you to have the education for you to have a better paying job? I don't have the time. So everybody has 24 hours a day. So do you. Where is your time going? Oh, I do this, that, and that, and that. And how's that working for you? What are you doing with that? Oh, nothing. So are you talking about procrastination? Yes. I'm dragging my feet to get what I want. And what is the value of that? Because there's a value to everything that we do. The value is that I can never have something like that. I'm not allowed to have something like that this lifetime. Who told you you're not allowed to have something like that this lifetime? It's too much responsibility. There we go. So you start digging into responsibility. And that's what you got to do with each and every one of your 25 list. Because everything that you want is already here. There's no separation between you and it. You just have to be vibrationally compatible with it. And you have to remove all the blocks that you have put between you and it. The blocks being that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, you don't know enough, you don't deserve it. That is too much responsibility. Those are the blocks. Once you remove those, things will be so much easier and you'll be able to actualize and bring forth what you want to experience this lifetime. This is your world. This is your reality. This is how you create it. You can create. Because if you look around you, everything around you is your creation. The pencil, the shoes, the clothing, the chair you're sitting on. You created it all. You don't think about it, but you did. And that thing that you have on your list, you can also create that. But you might have to work a little bit harder to get rid of the blocks that you got between you and it. And you got to put in, once you have it, once you've dug into all the blocks that you have, then you got to put all your feelings and emotions of enjoying it. Because you can. You just got to recall that thing that you didn't like, how quickly it came on. Because you had no blocks between you and that thing you didn't like. It was right there, clear path. And it showed up. But the things that you want, you got blocks too. Judgments of whether you're worthy of it or not. Feelings, emotions. Remember that? What you resist persists. That's why, because there's no blocks in between. Be brave. Do a soul search and see what is blocking you. If you haven't actualized, manifested your 25 list, go one by one to see what is blocking you from having it, from enjoying it, from experiencing it. You have to be truthful with yourself. And the best feeling emotion to be in is joy. Joy, 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 as you're manifesting something, actualizing something. See yourself celebrating with it, because of it. Laughter. My mind or my visualization automatically went back to me being sitting on the golden chair with red velvet, champagne in hand, and money around me. And now money is jumping on me, into my pockets, into my hands, on my lap, on my shoulders. So make sure that you are aligned with what you want. And if you're not, you got to dig down. Why not? What are the blocks? It does take work. If it was easy, everybody will do it. Everybody will have what they want. But keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize, and that's where your energy's got to focus. It's only hard until you build muscle memory. Once you start actualizing things that you really want, you're going to have the confidence to say, oh, I can do this. I can do that. I can show up. And then you start playing games with yourself. Last time it took me X days to actualize something I wanted. This time it's going to, let's see how long it takes. There was a student of Neville, forgot his first name, Goddard Neville. He used to say that you can actualize anything you want. And his student said, I can have money anytime I want. I can win the lottery anytime I want. And they asked him to prove it. And he did. He actualized $100,000. Back in the day, back in the 1960s, $100,000 was a lot of money. But he did. He says, I don't do this too often because I don't need it. When I need it, I just do it. See, that's what happens once you start actualizing things just because you want it. You build the confidence. But you start with a baby step. Start removing the feelings, emotions, and judgments that you have between you and it and you. Have fun with your task. And just look at the future you're creating. Just look at it, feel into it. Lots of rainbows. Lots of flowers. Lots of laughter. Joy. Peace. When you have, in another thing is, have you ever wondered why the bird never worries that the branch that it's sitting on will fall, will break? The bird doesn't depend on the branch to stay safe. It knows that if it breaks, it can just take off and fly. That's confidence of its own abilities. Let's build that as we create what we want. That confidence that everything we have, everything we want, shows up when we want it. And with that, let's take a couple deep breaths as we come back to the present. And when you're ready, rub your hands together, rub your face, and open your eyes.